On May 7, 2024, in Novosibirsk, Russia, the Soviet I-16 warplane took its first flight after being restored by the Wind Memory of Victory project participants. The I-16 was flown by Vladimir Barsuk, an honored test pilot of the Russian Federation. Fragments of the plane were found in Karelia in June 1992. It is believed that the I-16 fighter was in service with the 155th Fighter Aviation Regiment, based in the area, and made an emergency landing in the summer of 1941. The 155th Fighter Aviation Regiment participated in combat operations from the first day of the war. On June 27, 1941, it arrived to Petrozavodsk with 33 I-16s. The main task of the regiment in June and July of 1941 was to provide the cover for the bombers. At the time of inspection of the aircraft, no armament was found. This may indicate that after the forced landing of the aircraft, the rescue team worked on the site and removed all armament. The name of the pilot and the serial number of the aircraft could not be determined from the available fragments and the engine. Fragments of wooden fuselage, center section, landing gear, consoles, part of the plumbing, and the M62 engine with the serial number 1431 were found at the landing site of the I-16 aircraft. According to the fragments of armament installation, this I-16 was identified and further restored as Type 24. When examining the fragments of the recovered aircraft, it was found out that this I-16 had a camouflage coloring with black spots on a green background. This coloring was adopted by the naval aviation of the Red Army Air Force. During the inspection, it was also found out that the aircraft had a dark green protective paint on the top side and a gray-blue paint on the bottom side. This data was taken into consideration when painting the restored aircraft. In 1992, the fragments of the I-16 aircraft were transported to Novosibirsk. The second life of I-16 began by searching and restoring the aircraft constructional documentation. The production and restoration of the design elements of the plane were carried out by the Novosibirsk aviation plant, named after Chkalov, and the Aviarestavratsia Company. Restoration of this legendary I-16 fighter is a long-term, laborious work of a large number of patriots and enthusiasts. It begins with search teams and ends with aviation enterprises of our country. Flying the I-16 nowadays is a tribute to the great aircraft designers and military pilots, to the heroism of the Soviet people in defeating Nazism in the Second World War. We remember and preserve our history. We pass it on to the younger generation. Boris Osetinsky, president of the Wind Memory of Victory Foundation, commented on the flight. The I-16 was developed in the early 40s of the 20th century. Its appearance marks a new era in the development of combat aviation. It was the first monoplane fighter designed to replace biplanes. It was faster and more maneuverable. At the same time, the I-16 didn't forgive the pilots for the mistakes they could make while flying biplanes at lower speeds. The I-16 was one of the most difficult aircraft in terms of control. It was the most mass-produced fighter at the beginning of the war. In order to successfully complete combat missions, Soviet pilots needed maximum attention and concentration. Now, this plane will take part in parades and air shows. Thank you all for watching, friends. You can thank us for our work by sponsoring us for just $1 or by sending us a super thank you. Good luck to all!